Hello, everyone. My name is Grace Rojas, narrative designer and historian on Ara.
And I'm Victoria Tory Setian, design director at Xbox.
And welcome back to the Encarta series for Ara History Untold. If this is your first time with us, be sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell for more information on Ara's leaders as we approach launch.
Which nation are we looking at today, Grace?
Today's nation is Egypt, so let's jump in.
As far back as 5000 to 6000 BCE, Egypt's settlers were largely farmers, measuring their lives by the ebb and flow of the Nile River that stretched from deep in Africa to the Mediterranean Sea. Egypt went through about 30 pharaonic dynasties between the Old, Middle, New, and Late New kingdoms, plus intermediate periods between. Ancient Egypt's religion transformed throughout its dynasties. This ancient civilization's art and architecture is one of the most famous and most admired across the world, with iconic landmarks like the Great Pyramids and artwork such as the bust of Nefertiti.
To represent Egypt, Ara History Untold is spotlighting Queen Nefertiti. Not much is known about the beautiful and intelligent Nefertiti. She was the great royal wife of Egyptian Pharaoh Akhenaten in the 18th dynasty. She and her husband ruled while Egypt was at its most prosperous. Nefertiti and Akhenaten worshipped only one god, Aten, the sun. Her husband built many temples around Egypt for Aten, for himself, and his wife. Nefertiti disappeared during the later part of Akhenaten's rule. Some scholars think that she died, while others posit that she separated from her husband. It is believed by some that Nefertiti ruled as king after Akhenaten's death, but some late research brings this into question. Nefertiti is recognized today largely because of a wonderful bust of her, found in the ruins of the sculptor Thutmose's workshop.
Let's talk major and minor traits. Nefertiti's leader trait is Rays of the Aten, which provides several powerful and complementary bonuses. First, harkening back to the great floodplains of the Nile, Nefertiti's cities benefit dramatically in food production when farms are placed in a region that borders a river, which can help new cities to rapidly grow and to thrive with less investment in agricultural infrastructure. This trait also greatly reduces the cost of researching religious technologies, which doesn't just mean easier and faster access to founding a national religion and benefiting from its powerful verses, but additionally provides quicker access than her rivals to several powerful triumphs, particularly in Act 2. The final boost the trait provides is empowering Egypt's museums, a great source of prestige, particularly in the game's final act. Her personality traits are best thought about as two sets of two with strong synergy. The first are agrarian and spiritual, which provide additional food production and strengthen religious spread, playing directly into her leader trait and creating a formidable combination if her rapidly growing cities are well placed. Lavish and persuasive are both helpful traits for playing Egypt as a more diplomatic nation. Lavish provides the ability to access more of other nations' goods in trade agreements. These can be very handy to get a hold of hard-to-find ingredients for building triumphs or crafting the amenities needed to raise your citizens' quality of life. Which is where persuasive comes in. Higher quality of life means more golden ages, and this personality trait lengthens golden ages, providing you even more prestige.
Now let's chat general strategy. Due to her several overlapping religious, trade, and food-generating abilities, Nefertiti greatly benefits from spreading out and founding several smaller cities, as well as maintaining good relations with her neighbors. This not only gives her potential allies if Egypt comes under threat, but also opportunities for advantaged trade and more citizens of the world ready to convert to your style of worship. The other thing to note, and it may seem obvious, is to look at the rivers. Her powerful farm bonus on regions containing rivers is a game changer for city growth. And if you're skilled or fortunate enough to be able to build an empire stretching out along the banks of a particularly large river, you'll see that the grass that's getting watered is the grass that grows the fastest.
A word of caution, the biggest thing to watch out for when playing Nefertiti are aggressive neighbors. She has no intrinsic military benefits, and particularly early on can be vulnerable to leaders with those in their back pockets. Also, depending on how widely you spread out, you're likely to have a long and difficult to defend border, which is where strategic alliances come in handy. The other thing to keep an eye on is technological progress. There are only so many religious technologies available, and it's possible to fall behind if you overly invest in these despite the excellent bonus Rays of the Aten provides.
It's time to talk about governments. Like most leaders, there's a lot of flexibility with governments depending on the strategy you're pursuing. That said, for the Queen, not shockingly, monarchy is a natural fit, and all of the policies can be useful, whether you're providing additional wealth from every city you have, or improving the quality of life or defensive capabilities of your capital. The other obvious early choice is theocracy. Providing a policy to help you quickly raise religious improvements and then additional policies that benefit from those improvements is a good fit. And if your capital is centralized to your other cities, the intrinsic bonus religious spread it provides will help you quickly get your many cities dutifully under your spiritual guidance.
When it comes to triumphs, the amphitheater of El Jem is a standout choice for Nefertiti, strongly boosting two quality of life statistics for all her cities, happiness and prosperity. These are both aspects of her citizens' quality of life that she has no real advantage in, so are a helpful boost on that front. And with the likelihood that you'll be able to support many smaller cities, especially on rivers, means that value stretches even further. The White Column, or the Monastery of Batalha, are also both great choices to think about for Nefertiti. They both boost production for building other religious triumphs and almost every religious triumph. The Temple of Bel, or the Taj Mahal, play directly to her strengths, granting prestige and even more religious spread. Finally, I feel a little obligated to say the Great Pyramid of Giza. This is a triumph that honestly can benefit most nations, as almost any strategy can be boosted with the use of some well-spent wealth.
Thank you everyone for watching, and once again we would like to give a huge shout out to Emily, one of our game designers from the Oxide team, for her amazing and insightful contributions to today's video. Be sure to subscribe for future Encarta episodes and let us know in the comments which nations you'd like to see featured.
Follow us on the social platforms of your choice. Join the Insider program at arahistoryuntold.com. Wishlist Ara History Untold on Steam, and we'll see you next time.